All right, what do we got? We have a lot of stuff we can talk about today. Because we're starting with.
Oh,
Mark.
you like it? All right, thanks everyone. Great turnout. Glad you like the fruit. So, yes, I was up early this morning. But hey, so down payment assistance program, Movement Mortgage, we have put together, we've been getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of, hey, what down payment assistance programs? I heard St. Paul has a program, I heard Shoreview has a program, Woodbury has a program. I think I've gotten calls from real estate agents. So what we did at Movement is we put together a list, right? And so it's a great list. I think it was pretty well done, but it's only we could access it. And I found that St. Paul has 13 pages. Shoreview has a couple pages. They're all basic AMI programs for the most part. I'll talk about AMI here in just a second. But what I found is they're all different. I think I even had questions. Alina, you asked me, hey, can we do a class? Can we talk about all the down payment assistance? So I got to thinking that instead of trying to throw 13 pages of St. Paul down payment assistance in front of you, I would, and I'm going to thank Sean so much, because these slides certainly are not what I did. I supplied him with the information, and I think he did an outstanding job of consolidating them into all the different ones that we have. Now, this is by no means all of the down payment assistance programs. I mean, you're going to run into banks that are going to have CRA stuff, right? You're going to have, banks have CRA, community reinvestment initiatives that they have to do, right? So, a bank might put together a program where they have a certain down payment assistance program that just meets, community reinvestment, guidelines. So this is by no means going to be a complete list. But what it is going to be is all of the AMI, income-based programs that we have, that we know of. We will do whatever new ones that we hear of or come out. We're very much involved. I think some of you, we are, we're involved with the different ARABs and the different agencies that are out there that really, sometimes we use some of these programs. So again, with Sean's great work, he basically, I gave him 13 pages of St. Paul. I gave him Ramsey County. I just gave him all of them. Basically, he did a really, really nice slideshow that if you all want, hey, I'd like to do a social media post. I'm doing something in Roseville. I didn't even know Roseville had money, I'll be honest with you. Roseville has dollars. Peter's shaking his head. Yeah, we had the flyers on it. But so, what we did is Sean has, kind of laid some of this out, right? And so instead of throwing 13 pages at you of a different program, I want to say they're all the same, but they're all different. They have different AMIs. So area median income for those of you that don't know that, it's Shoreview's might be 80%, Brooklyn Centers might be 100%. What's AMI? Area median income. For example, I brought this sheet because I always have to go to the sheet. Brooklyn Center might say, hey, family of 4, we'll go up to 100% AMI. Family of 4 says that you can make $118,200 qualify for their program, right? So what this is doing is like, hey, I want to do a social media post, or I think even better yet, you might just have conversations. I think it will add to your conversations with your customers. Hey, Peter, I heard we could get some down payment assistance, maybe. Yeah, we have down payment assistance. We work with lenders. If we throw them the Roseville flyer, here's a breakdown. Or it just adds to that conversation that maybe another real estate agent wouldn't be having with their customers. We all know about MHFA. I think MHFA is still paying in my mind. I do a lot of MHFA. MHFA, I think, is going to give you the most liberal income guidelines. It's not going to be area specific. Zip code. Hey, I'm in Brooklyn Center. When I'm friendly, I can't get money. You can still get dollars through FHFA. MHFA is still really, really good. Maybe you want to layer it. I think sometimes where these programs work great if you've got a great customer with an 800 credit score, but they don't have dollars. MHFA is good, but MHFA is going to come with a little bit higher interest rate, you know. You could do a 3% down conventional and add some city dollars, and they're still going to get the best rate that's out there by doing a regular conventional loan versus a conventional through MHFA, which is probably going to be maybe 0.25%, sometimes 3% higher than what they could get a regular 3% down loan for. So, something I'll add, like I said, if anybody wants, again, with Sean's blessing, I'm sure it's fine. You know, if somebody said, hey, I'd like to do a post that is business in Coon Rapids, you know, you want to put your name and your picture on there and throw something out on social media. I'm here to help and add value. You want to do something like that, you know, maybe we co-market it, maybe you don't want to co-market it. I don't care, it's fine. You know, if it helps your business, you know, I guess I'm a believer in karma. It'll come back around somehow, some way. And so if you want anything like that, not to put extra work on Sean, but you know, reach out to him and I'm sure he'd be happy to, you know, whatever deal you all have worked out. I don't know what kind of a deal you have worked out on flyers and stuff like that, but it's pretty much done. Maybe we could roll through it, Sean, and just see. We've got, I think he's got every city. I went through most of them. So there's every city that's out there. Do we have the total list of all of the, well, let's talk about Scott County just for a second. I think I sent that out in an email. For those of you that don't or didn't see the email, Scott County, that's an actual grant. So most of these other programs are, you know, you pay them back when you sell the house. But Scott County did come up with a grant. So on April 22nd, I believe it is. I know that's not necessarily our side of town, but that's a grant, right? So if they qualify for it, they have to go to the class. You live in your house one day and it's a forgiven grant. So, but they need to go to the Scott County, it's a day long, I believe it's 8 hours. I'm sure it's on that flyer, but I believe it's 8 hours. I've done a few of them over the years. I think it started out at $4,000. I think they're up to, remember what it was, Sean? It was 8 grand or 10 grand. It's 8 or 10, I think they're up to now. And that's a grant, so that's not a payback. So, but they do have to attend the class. They have to pay, I think they're 100%. They actually might be 110% median income. So 110 or 120 actually, in a family of two, you know, 114, 450. So I mean, it's still a decent income that they can make and still qualify, you know, for those dollars. But that's a grant. That's a good program. But you know, even St. Louis Park, I didn't know there's money. Sherby's been around for a long time. You know, St. Paul, you know, there's some, you know, some pretty cool money available in St. Paul right now. So do you have the complete list up there, Sean? Oh, that's right. We started with it. Okay. Yeah. So was that all of them? Oh, I thought there was a few more. Okay. Any questions that anybody has about down payment systems? I know EJ, you do a ton, you do, you know, work in this arena with the Georges and stuff, and know that, you know, movement, you know, we do a lot of down payment systems. It's just something we are always going to be front and center on. And if there's any other down payment system, sometimes you go come to us, hey, you know, I heard so-and-so has money. You know, we're not everywhere. So if you hear something, we'll certainly add it to our list of, you know, what we do and offer with down payment systems.
That frameworks classes mentioned in several of them, is that a blanket one that you suggest for all of our first-time home buyers or second time, or is there a certain course that folks will qualify for the majority?
Framework seems to be accepted by everybody. It's online. It's usually $75. I think once in a while you can find it. Sometimes they'll offer it for free if you catch them at the right time. But framework for $75, it's online. You can certainly do some of the in-face ones. I think they're really good, you know, but it's an 8 hour, then you're going to take a Saturday and do it face to face. I've got friends who teach classes, so I never want to get too like, hey, framework. But personally, I like framework because it's going to be all for sure. So yeah, I would never say no to doing framework.
The only difference is in online, you have to pass a test. And if you go in person, it's just, they give you the certificate.
Anything else I can answer?
Everybody can come see you if they have questions, if they want.
100%, yeah. I mean, if they want to sit down and go through them, every, guideline, or hey, I looked at the guidelines, I got somebody buying the Brooklyn Center, you think they fit? Certainly it's always, we get them pre-approved, right? So you can, no different getting them pre-approved for that than any other.
So this is probably good for us when we have listings too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, certainly. For 100%, you can add it on there. Yeah, and even to get a listing, you can say, hey, we can advertise. I just think, having that additional conversation with buyers or sellers.
Writers for the.
Buyers for the signs,
That's a
like,
really good idea.
whoa. I have probably 20 down payment assistance signs in my
It's
trunk.
just a writer that you put on a sign that says down payment assistance options available. So the people.
Well, that is available.
You check with home office if they probably have.
Well, we could get, yeah, I have some with like just regular signs with my name on them, but we also have ones that we can give riders. Yes, I have an order.
Yeah, you just put it on.
Yeah, they can come see me, and like I said, if they wanna an actual social media post on it, yeah, we can do that too. Yeah, we're always looking for something on social media, right? Throw something on there about down payments. Doesn't want to bring money, right?
Well, before you walk off, I have to take a moment and say, I get looped in on a lot of things in the market center, parts of the team leader job I didn't expect. But I know of a recent situation in which you went to bat and got a deal done, maybe really recently. That wasn't a simple deal, and that at the last minute had some changes, and you stepped in and made it work and saved the day. And it wasn't as simple as making some changes. You actually had to give up some revenue too. So I appreciate what you do and the work that you do for us as a partner. The difference between a partner and a mortgage relationship is the partner is going to go to the ends of the earth to make sure the deals get done. And we are lucky to have some of these relationships. And in this particular case, when you have somebody like Mark who shows up every day, he's happy, he's willing to help out, he's willing to participate, he's willing to be a resource. In addition to that, when it came time for him to do what needed to be done, he did it and made sure the deal closed. Even though it wasn't at his best interest for him, but that's where I think the difference is. So I had to give you a shout out for that, man, because that was.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah.
Now you get us back.
See what we-
We got next.
Congratulations, it's numbers time.
Be like, congratulations.
Closing on the sales side. We got Megan Lynch with the OCT team. Brenda. Sarah. So nice job. What could be better here? Ooh, home runs. Do you know what you have to have? What is it? You have to have a home run? Tell us, Peter.
Home run. We got
One listing taken, one contract written, and
one contract closed.
Contract closed in the same month.
in the same. And I only had one, I think.
So,
I'm
we
not gonna
got,
say it's wrong.
Maybe we're gonna call it a hack next time. The Wild didn't play until 1:30 last night. Who's up for it?
no.
Sorry, you don't want team, but
Wild one.
Wild one.
Yeah, by 2 overtime.
Sleep by 9:30 and here I am watching hockey.
Okay.
So, but the home run, congratulations on the home run. Honestly.
Yeah.
Now, rankings, mothers, top rankings, great. Okay, we've got our top individuals, Adam Ritter, Saloka, Michael Province, Shelley Kohler, and Colleen Healy. Nice job. All right, taking volume. You want to read our top team?
Yeah, top teams, the Platinum Home Team, Sisters of Real Estate Team, and of course, everybody's favorite. That number's gotta be wrong.
Or was I gone?
Yeah.
There you go.
If you are not on the list, I know that I took like more apps.
Shouldn't I have done the full?
Or like. You did turn it in, and if you don't, guys. What's up, you Shannon?
You should.
Intro into Shannon.
Yeah, right?
Odd Couple Team, Your Home Team, Upside Property Sales, and Corby Home Team.
Solid month.
Written volume.
We have top individuals, Adam, Tracy, Colleen, Solange, and Shelley again showing up on the leaderboard. Congratulations.
Top teams. Tiller Realty Group. Valerian Realty Group, Elder Services, and Burkholder Team. Good job.
Good job. And top groups, the Odd Couple Team with 12 million in volume written. Wow. Upside Property Sales, 2.4, nice job. Corby, 1.725. Highland, 1.286, and Your Home Team at 5.5. Congratulations, you guys. It's been a little tough out, right?
You know, on that written volume, there's one thing I want to point out really quick, I find very interesting. Talking with Lynn, you know, Lynn will always be the first to tell you she's not like the social media guru, she's learning all those things. She is having so much success with Google right now. She's ensuring that she's getting all these like, you know, well, that's the one they reply to your response on your business.
Yeah.
Whatever that's called.
Reviews.
Thank you.
It took me a minute too.
And it's like, no, we're just talking, boosting her, and then you read she's in a little bit of a different area, but she's getting stuff in like the regular areas as well. So just really make sure that your Google profile is set up correctly.
Where are those regular areas we're talking about?
Like here, because if you want to know what we're getting in the room right now,
Yes.
look at the picture. Well, first of all, she can put
Can't
that.
get here.
You can take a what do you call it, picture out, from your phone when your GPS picture, you know, like when you do the mapping, they had two little cars like drawing city in water. And I'm like, okay, that's just like a joke, right? Did you see her pictures?
She can't get out here.
Yeah.
She.
Okay. Today, we drove the truck over the bridge this morning. It's down about 8 inches from yesterday. The car is still grounded, but the truck can escape.
Vehicles not gonna make it in, so. We will see her soon.
Lynn has a class after this that we would love all of you to
Stick
be
around.
here for because
It's actually good.
it's gonna be incredible.
A lot of things you need to know.
Yes, but yeah, so Lynn is going to zoom in because otherwise her car wouldn't be zooming anywhere afterwards. So thank you, Lynn. All right.
And then our last, is this the weird, yeah, that next, right?
Oh, close volume. Start.
Sure. Top individuals, Lisa Prochelle, Solange, DJ Garza, Adam Witter, and John Larkin. Nice job.
Top teams closed volume, Pillar Real Estate, #1. Go, bud. #2, the Platinum Home Team. Nice job, you guys. Elder Services at #3. Odd and Dot Realty Group at #4, and Burkholder Team at #5. Nice job, you guys.
Top groups. Odd Couple Team, Upside Property Sales, Highland Real Estate Group, Corby Home Team, and Your Home Team. Awesome work.
Nice
guys.
job, Dr.
Last one. Last one.
Last one, okay, we got, and here we go, you guys ready? This is top individuals, Lisa Purcell, Adam Witter, TJ Garza, Tony Neely, and John Larkin.
teams, Platinum Home Team, Elder Services, and Hiller Real Estate Group.
There we go. Last but not least, I hope, the Odd Couple team, Highland Real Estate Group, Corby Home Team, Upside, Property Sales, and your home team for the top groups of listings sold in March.
Reminder, if you want to share any graphics on your social media, you want something created, there's this wonderful graphic already straight back here, social media. Sean, so just reach out to him if your name was on the leaderboard and you want to post something in your social media specifically, just let us know. Let's get that created for you so you can share that. All right,
This is the cool
I
thing.
haven't even looked. You know how many people signed up for this?
There are.
How many of you guys have signed up for this?
Signed up for
This
this.
specifically?
Next. Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you.
this is, I think, one of the coolest things in terms of real CE that has real life implications, right? Not the word I want to use, but we're okay. I think that this is one of the coolest CEs I've seen because you get to see what they see, how they see it, and then that, I think, makes you a better resource for your customers going into that conversation. I think this is one of the coolest things I've seen. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have for feedback, if they nailed it and if it was valuable.
It
So.
gets even better. Maybe you have a listing and you want this to be your listing. So if you do, let me know, as soon as you can. And we will choose that to be the property that is reviewed. So.
And then you have to include it as material fact.
We had
Yeah.
seller, get it as like a
Yeah.
creative package, get it.
Yep.
So if you want to do that, let us know, but definitely get signed up. I mean, I can even say something fun like, if we get enough people signed up, Nick will drive a bus.
Preferably in the area.
Don't want me to drive.
How fun is all to go and hanging out with the bus. Oh, and Peter will sing for us. Peter will sing. So bring the earplugs.
We're not there yet.
Too soon.
Yeah, so sign up. We want to kind of make sure we give them a heads up of who's going. If you're online, go ahead and get signed up as well. I agree, it's a great opportunity, especially for our newer agents that have not been through this process, when you've had a listing, you've gone through inspection, so that you kind of know how to handle it on either side, I guess. So I would just really recommend, especially for our newer agents, please sign up for that process. Look at that. You guys, it was like a kid in a candy store last night. So I get this really nice text that says, sorry, I'm running a little late. I'm not going to be this morning because I'm in a class with Nick. I'm like, Nick, that's funny because I hear this voice in office, Nick. I check them back and I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm gonna be in a class with Nick this morning. Well, needless to say, somebody forgot about that. So I wish Sean kind of- it's a good thing because Sean acts so just, Sean, tell us about your like.
It was a really good event. So, what we looked at was Eric Hansen was the presenter, the speaking podcast for the name, he's been around for like 25 years. Research and data, we're looking at where social media is trending in 2023. And it took so many good nuggets on that, just my perspective. So I want to share some of that with you guys. We have some first approaches to after the class, but that's going next week.
So April 26th, which is Wednesday, 2 to 3 p.m. Until so much. Bring your laptop, bring your iPad in, be ready to take notes, get ideas. And we kind of want to also start this. It's actually kind of a little bit of maybe a series. There are some additional courses that are coming up that he's going to be a part of. So we'll have him kind of keep going in and getting that, which will only help you guys as agents when you're utilizing that. Help our market center as well. So definitely join us in here next week.
How many of you are using social media for your business? Okay. How many of you are finding success in that? And success is dependent on you because it varies. All right. So I think one of the things that we struggle with in social media and why I think that this is so important is how do you, one, rise above the noise right? To how do you put together a social media strategy? Most of us, our strategy is like, like when we used to list homes, right? What were the 5 Ps? I don't remember what they were, but somebody said that once. I think with social media, you guys, it's, hey, we're gonna put some stuff out there, we're gonna see what it looks like. There's no plan, there's no consistency. You post a couple of videos and then what happens? You stop doing it, right? The consistency is key, and also how to stop being a part of the noise and start to get to the conversations you want with your customer. And we have somebody in-house, you guys, that is specializing in this, that has taken the time to learn it, to understand it, and to put it in place. So please take advantage of this and give yourselves an unfair share this spring of additional opportunities with buyers and sellers that you might not have from elsewhere. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for doing it once again. Sorry. Here we go. Walk them out. Don't you beat them? I'm like,
Only in person, or will it be Zoom as well?
Zoom.
for you, you're in.
If you did get, I did send out the first email and it had a different date on it. And then we realized, oh, that's Thursday, and I hope that any of these faces, because you're all on hold. Everybody's on hold. That's just what I'm gonna assume. We're just gonna assume everybody's at hold, so hopefully you are. So it is now Wednesday. So we did the first one, follow-up ones that will come out will be for Wednesday now.
Revival.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna lay this out here. Not enough of you signed up for this. I
Not
can't
enough.
stress it enough. You want to reach your clients, right? You want to throw your own event, it's gonna cost you anywhere from, you can do it for under $600, right? This event is not gonna cost you under 600. If you want to put this on alone, you're looking at a couple thousand. We are doing this pretty much for you at 150 to 350, depending on if you're an individual or a team. And everything else is done for you other than putting it on your own social media. Like the flyers are made, all the ordering and setup and all that junk is done. You guys, this is such an amazing event. For anybody who has participated in the past, if you were to talk to one of them, they're going to tell you how grateful their clients are for this event. Because it is drop off of everything, your junk, your paint, your electronics, your paper shredding, gently used donations. I mean, it's a one-stop, just drive through the parking lot, go boom, 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 and drop it all off. So I just really cannot stress enough. We got 2 weeks to advertise this to your clients. I really recommend more people sign up for it.
It's an easy connection, you guys,
So,
and for $150.
Because we station everybody at one of the spots, whether you have the junk helping unload, paper shredding, just kind of getting them over to the guy, electronics that'll come into the kitchen area. So you get to see that client, you get to talk with them and, do a quick hello, how are you? And trust me, you're going to hear oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is awesome.
Mhm.
Great way to get them to tell their friends as well. I really, really highly recommend. If you haven't signed up, you scan that QR code and sign up now.
Here, this week is tax week.
Today.
So it's a really huge, easy phone call, text, Facebook message. You know what you get to do when you're done with this year's tax stuff? Shred it. I'm holding this event. Like, this is your chance to generate for listings, which we all need. I have so many buyers that somehow are willing to be out looking right now, and there's no hope. So if you guys know people I don't know, and they have houses I don't know about, and I would love to bring my buyers to them and help me sell a house. This is a really easy connection for a listing.
How about that?
I like it, very good, yeah. And again, it's, like you said, that simple touch that you don't, I like call night.
Quantum Leap. How many of you are familiar with Quantum Leap? Okay, a couple, good, because then I can talk about it. Quantum Leap was created with the intention of having a more holistic mindset to how you make money and what you do with that money, right? How many of you feel like maybe you don't know how to spend money, how to budget money, and what money can get for you? This is one of those classes, I think, regardless of how, where you're at in your career, My experience with Quantum Leap in the past has been exactly that. They call it Quantum Leap because it's an absolute transformational change. So if you haven't taken this yet, take it. Where's it being held?
Here.
Here,
Wow, right here.
right here. And who's teaching it?
G Rivers. Who's that G Rivers?
He's the best
He's
presenter.
presenter. Awesome. Who's it for?
Well, it's for
What kind of industry do you have to be in? Real estate?
real estate. I think it's a
Wait.
good chance for you to be in real estate,
Anything?
mortgage, or
Or
insurance, or investing, or.
barista? It is not for just agents. So for $69, I recommend you invite a friend. It's a great idea, bring somebody along. If you have a co-broker you know at another brokerage, great opportunity just to get them to come to something that is not a recruiting event, but it's an event where they can grow their own business, their own stuff. You can kind of help them with that, because at the same time, they see this great market center, it's like, I want to be there. So I really highly recommend we get a few more signups.
You guys, I think.
Chase real quick before I forget. You will notice though, we did have to bump the time up. I hope you're all like me up by 5 a.m. because it is now starting at 8 a.m. So he does have a engagement, he has a family situation, he'll need to leave. But again, it's June 14th at 8 a.m.
If you guys are wondering where your business is going this year, you know, maybe more esoterically where your life is going, this is a good chance for you to have a conversation about something that's fun. And for somebody that's going to lead it, that is living their best life. And sometimes that's a really good indication of the person that's leading you is the direction that you're going to go. So take an opportunity, you guys. I know we have a lot of classes, but this is one of those classes and one of those instructors that you will be thankful that you took. If you
Dean's gonna actually be here.
Right?
Right in the middle here.
You can rush and go there.
They have to open up.
We are open. This is open to the region. So this is a regional event. So this will have a lot of, yes, we will be opening that door. And it won't be Zoom, it won't be any other option other than in person, live, right here, kind of like Julia Lachey was, live in person. So pretty great opportunity for $69.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday I gotta speak the next. Before I speak about the event, so the multicultural agent council met last week again. For the monthly meeting, and one of the things that we're going to do is we want to really make sure we're acknowledging all of our backgrounds, all of our cultures within the market center. And then once we've kind of gone through and, you know, kind of celebrated and learned and discussed, then we'll kind of go into another deeper dive. And so we're going to do like a 2-week stint on all the different cultures in the market center. So we're going to start it off next week on Tuesday. We're going to start with the Latino culture, and we're going to have some guest speakers at the team meeting next Tuesday. They're going to talk about really even just what is the meaning of Cinco de Mayo? What is that? As well as over that time period in the team meetings, the next 2 weeks, there will be more information on how to work with Latino buyers, and sellers, just kind of what information can be useful to everyone in their business, in their everyday lives.
Creating a resource so that you have more perspective in the communities you're working with, but that you can be a resource for the buyers and sellers that you come into contact with that maybe naturally you wouldn't feel like you have a connection with. This gives you an opportunity to increase your sales by increasing your understanding and by being able to provide resources that are sometimes very community specific. And we'll get into that as we go through this further. As you see some of this and how this will work, the intention here is one, to make us, to kind of give us a broader understanding, right? And two, is to do what? To create opportunity for you, to create more opportunity to make money. And that is like kind of bridging the gap. So this is an intention of ours as a group. We've had some really good DEI, MAC engagement, and I think that I'm excited for this to be the place to start. This will set the bar. We're going to do this with a lot of different communities throughout the rest of the year. Some of them underserved, some of them offering us a lot of opportunity to go into these communities and create opportunities for them. So you guys are wondering how you're gonna retool your toolkit now that the market has shifted. this is a way to do that, is through resourceful understanding, perspective, and being able to be, to be in relationship with people that prior to these classes, prior to this resource, you might not have felt comfortable. So please, hang out with us that day, be a part of these conversations. We're excited and we're happy because she left. Because TJ is going to be doing this jumping off, as is Isaac. So is Isaac?
I think he's still in New Orleans. We're celebrating 50.
I know. There we go.
It's a very big celebration. But with that, then on Friday, we will have our Cinco de Mayo. So is that next Friday?
No.
Yeah, so,
3.
no, 2. Well, not counting this one.
Okay.
And there's a 2. Same thing. But so we do have our Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, she goes now.
11. So I did that, I put this one up first and then that. Thank you, Grant, that's 11.
Correct.
QR code to sign up for the Cinco de Mayo celebration. So we really want to get everybody in here that Friday. Fingers are crossed, it's so warm, we're opening up the doors out there because we are working on a brand new patio. We'll talk more about that in 2 seconds. 2 seconds, see if you guys been here. So if you scan a QR code, you can sign up to bring something, and then if you have something else, just write your name, write that item in. Once we kind of get, I would say, let's give it like a week and a half here, once we kind of get our numbers on how many people we're gonna have, then I'll send a quick email out about like, bring about like this amount, just kind of what we're looking at feeding. So we hope everybody will participate. If you've ever done any of the potlucks that we do, we always have such a great time. I mean, Thanksgiving is always one of our biggest feasts, where we can like usually fill the room and then some. So hopefully everybody will join us for that. Partially what I was saying about the patio, I'm just going to quickly pop into this, but we have someone who's going to be fixing our kind of patio, helping us set it up out there. One thing that we're asking everybody is if you have any gently used or no longer being used lawn furniture, patio things that you are willing to donate, let me know because we would love that. Because we are going to try and get some things to put out there, but we're going to do it more based on donation. Or what I can have really fun that Facebook Marketplace, which we have somebody in an orange shirt who's really good at that.
Yes, she is.
So very good at that. But ideally, we're hoping not to have to really, and right now, put any money into that, but we want to get it set up so that on nice days, people can go sit out there, have lunch out there.
Do your meeting out there,
Meeting
connect
out
out there, or maybe just get a tan. So if I'm back there, I'm getting a tan. Mind your business. It won't look this white all over. Yeah. I've got it.
All right, Linda said to tell us, Linda talked with the gal about Red Day, and she got a great, I don't know, I thought it sounded really good. Jordan and I were pretty excited. For Red Day this year, we're actually doing challenge more fun. Oh, okay. Got it? Okay. Great neighborhood. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to garage cleanup. 2 years ago, we did something kind of similar, but this will all be in the same area. I know that everyone's really excited about staying together. But last year when we did the park cleanup and everything, it was awesome all being together, but we want to give back to the community, help those that need it. So we are going to be doing that. More information will be coming out. Linda is back to get it for me. We'll get that out to all of you, and then definitely just make sure it's so that we know how many people we're anticipating, and that we can kind of figure out and things like that. We also have, so we're hoping we will be looking for a sponsor to do a happy hour for us afterwards, like we do every year. For those of you that are new and are not familiar with what Red Day is the one day a year that Keller Williams basically literally is shut down. We ask agents not to work. This is nationwide, worldwide. You'll see videos from everyone who's done it. In fact, the next team meeting will have a video. We ask you to go out and give back to your community as a group. We have Red Day shirts that everybody will wear. People kind of are all in community and know together what we're doing. But I mean, we don't have anybody at the front desk. We don't have things going on. We literally are asking you to take that day to give back. Nicole Anderson is kind of was the head of culture committee with International, and she kind of started this and initially started on her birthday. oh gosh, who knows how many years ago, I feel like someone. You know that? It was many years ago. That she started this, but it is literally, you will see the things that these different market centers do to give back as a group is absolutely amazing. Maybe you know that.
Like 15,
At
maybe
least,
16.
Yeah, 15, 16 years ago, and it's just grown, and it's, like I said, it is worldwide. Every KW in any one of the countries that we have, you know, somebody located, they're doing this. So we're asking that all of you join us. Our goal is, I mean, our groups are usually, they're big, and we all kind of will like meet together. If we're doing the yard work, we'll ask people to bring, you know, might be asked to bring your own gloves or rakes or whatever we need. And then we give everybody kind of their locations and we go do this together. And then we all come together afterwards as this kind of celebration for a happy hour afterwards. But it is a ton of fun. Even if you're doing yard work, it's fun. Now, a couple times I've got to be the person, just like one year I got to just drive Todd around and get that was fun. Jordan got
I'm
to
gonna
be-
do that.
Jordan got to be the coordinator.
I'm sorry, that's the team.
Thank you for Sunday.
But we're looking forward to you guys participating. I think it's a really great day to connect to our why, and that is giving back and being a resource in the communities.
You go on Google, just if you are not familiar with it, just even, you can find it on KW Connect, but even just go out and Google Keller Williams Red Day. And it's amazing the things that you'll see that people have done. And what we're gonna do is not hard work compared to some of the things I've seen done.
A lot of hands make this easy work.
All right, so this is gonna, I think we have one more slide, but again, right after the team meeting, like literally right after we're gonna start this, well and septic with Lynn.
As your buyers and sellers, or as your sellers are pushed further out because of pump prices, you're gonna run into water or septic and wells. Anybody in here have a septic and a well? Yep, me too. So it's something to get familiar with, and I think we've had some issues that have arisen because of just a lack of knowledge. So our wonderful broker Lynn stepped up and wants to give us some resources for this and teach you guys how to navigate septic and wells.
It will be the same Zoom link that you're using right now for our
Shitty situation.
dad joke. Put 'em order. Okay, well, we are just gonna quickly go around and do our, what do you, does anybody have any listing? Oh, a different team meeting. Okay, so what do we have? Needs lots coming soon, open house help. I saw some posts this weekend for people looking to shadow somebody and do open houses. So remember, please jump on those if you can. If you have opportunity to let someone follow you, help you, hold it open for you, please offer that up.
EJ, I'm missing Martha's in here too. Martha, where did that listing come from? The 8338 Abercrombie Lane.
Last client,
Ask client.
yeah.
Worked your sphere? Did they reach out to you? You market to them regularly?
I always keep in touch with her, so then she called me back and she wants to sell it.
Perfect.
I sold that, I mean, she bought that with me.
With you. That is fantastic. So that's 695 in Woodbury.
Four bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, it's beautiful, it's like a model home. It's
Love it.
2020.
Love it. DJ, 7832 Hillside Trail in Cottage Grove. How'd you get that one?
It's a past client. too.
That's client as well. Do you keeping in touch with your clients? Are you working at 36 touch with all of them if possible?
Not really, but yes.
Yeah, But you're constantly in contact. with them. I love
Yep.
that. Paul's not here, but am I missing anybody that's?
There's Molly, you know, that one was. And Shane.
It's,
And we,
It's already pending.
Is that, you want to get that was a past client?
No worries. Put you on the spot here. That's what we do.
Brittany remembers that address. She's probably. I love it. So what do we got? Anybody have any needs or wants that you can share with us? Okay, I know it's not that yet because I am cutting checks and I am seeing things come in.
Well, one of the things that we're gonna, is that the last slide? Okay, one of the things, because we have a few minutes and then we're gonna let Lynn kick off into septic and wells. But I wanted to get a little bit more serious about what we're doing. One of the things that we try to talk about in terms of coaching and education resources is.
You're gonna slide for, but there's a perfect. You have a few minutes. Then.
Okay.
5.
Okay, perfect. So here's the thing, you guys. I think that one of the things that we would like to get more consistent on and that we're working on as a leadership team is one, teaching MREA. How many of you have gone through an MREA, the book itself? How many of you have gone in a guided series on the MREA? And how many of you are like, I don't even know what you're talking about? Okay, good. No, we're not, right? All of them. That's it, you guys. When I look at when I talk to agents from outside of our brand every single day, the difference that we have that they don't is that they have an idea of how to sell real estate. They do. And in a lot of cases, they're working for great companies that mean really well. The bottom line that I believe sets us apart is our model and system. If you're not working a model and a system in your business and you just wake up every day and you're like, I'm just gonna do this today, that's great for a little while until the market shifts, right? And it is shifting. And so people are wondering, what do I do? And I'm going back to the basics, and I don't like that term because it's not a favorite of mine. I'm going back to doing the things that work. And that starts with MREA. If you haven't read MREA, we are going to launch, I don't want to call it a book club because that's not what this is. This is going to be more of a tactical session of going over parts of the MREA and then implementing them in your business. The other thing that we've talked a lot about, and I think this is important, actually, Alina and I had a conversation about it, is about dialogue, right? About getting used to the conversations that we need to have more frequently to help people to the outcome that they need. So we're going to start that as well. We'd like you guys to participate. I love the idea of using really good dialogue to help guide the conversation, one, but two, it also helps us come up with the things that our clients say that we might not always have an answer for. And so it helps you become more comfortable in your response. Not that you're always using a script or a dialogue, but that you're comfortable in the response, right? The worst thing that we all feel is when somebody asks us a question and we don't have a response and we feel stupid. It's not, again, it's not pivoting to the idea that, hey, I can get you the answer. The conversation is how do you constantly be in dialogue? How do you become that resource for them? So I'm really going to push that, you guys, as an opportunity. And then we're also going to be trying to figure out who can have some of these conversations, who are the best people in our market center, who are the best people in our local market, who are the best people in our region to come in and have some of these conversations that are going to help people see a more legitimate day-to-day systems and models, blocking and tackling approach to their business. So I hope that you guys can come out for that. We'll get some more information on that before the next team meeting as well.
Right. So I apologize, that was my bad. Did I have, as you can see, Sean's trying to find some of my slides that I thought are, knowing they're probably in a different team meeting, I probably in the wrong one. So if I can have our ALC members that are in the room just come up front, right as we're about to stick that whole strawberry in your mouth, baby. I thought we were like clear.
Yeah.
We're not. So we don't get these committees filled. So our members that are here with us today are going to pop up. They're going to talk a little bit, kind of do an introduction of themselves. Anything they want to say as far as, you know, the ALC or why they are ALC, and then about their committees and what they're looking for, and we'll go from there.
Well, thanks for telling us that we're doing this.
You go first.
Okay, I am Alina Bear, and I wanted to do finance. Was it under productivity? Right?
Yes.
And I was a math teacher for 14 years. In my last 2 years, I was drug into the business department because my peer there was slowly retiring. So I got to teach some Dave Ramsey and personal finance, and I loved it. And I didn't realize that the way that my husband and I had been tracking our finances since 2004 when we got married was actually a Dave Ramsey model. It's a snowball debt relief method, and it has made such a difference in our lives. And our kids just, that's how. do finance, Which I know they're 15 and 11, but as a math teacher, we talk too much. So, I wanted to do finance for one of my committees, and I wanted to have a chance to get those of you that want to, people online together even just once a month. And I don't mind running numbers. I love sharing strategies, and I know it's the debt relief stuff can make a big difference, because if you have significant others and you get that question every day, when's your next closing? When's your next closing? Where are you going on appointment next? Finances are important. And as independent contractors, we need to be educated on what's happening with our money. So it's just something I want to start a conversation. I've got a couple of people. Jeannie is actually a finance professional and is in the second career. So we've got people here to rally and help if you have questions, but once a month I'll put out dates.
So if they want to, join your committee, then should they just email you or?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll find us hiding in our office over there. too.
Yeah, oh, tell them, didn't mean that.
The office is over there. Down this hall from Carrie's office. The first one.
Across from Sean.
One of the team offices is now ALC office, which is fantastic. Gives them a place to get together and work together. And
Work together. And then work together.
Exactly.
So Tina and I were on the education committee. And I think the reason why we're on it is because we like to help other agents learn. And I think that's why we wanted to do this committee. And it's open to everybody too. So we're looking for more people in our group as well who like to help other agents learn too. The more heads put together, the better. Anything else you want to say about that?
Just kind of brainstorm on how we can help you and help ourselves grow and be better agents.
Yeah.
Well, education committee, you get the opportunity to help talk about what should we bring.
I gotta get under here. I'm Karen Collins. I am on the growth committee. So who in this room actually has someone in their Taylor, how much money do you usually get profit share?
On the average? Pretty good. 5 grand. 5 or 6. It varies.
Awesome. Alec, are you getting anything for profit share?
Yeah, a couple thousand each year. And I have 2 people in my number.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2 really incredible.
Probably. $100 a month at one point in time, which is pretty awesome. And that was because I went into an open house and happened to see an agent there that was with an old brokerage that I used to work with. And we just got to talking, and he was talking about some of his limited opportunities where he was at. So I said, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on at my office. You know, you should come over and check it out. He did. It helped him create this incredible business. And he runs a big team down in the, I think it's now just the Apple Valley, KW. Did they merge it?
Yep, you're right. Yep.
So profit share, I get a couple $100 a month, and I get to hear these awesome stories of the successful couple that's built a team. So I love to change lives, and I think a lot of you guys like to do that too, be in this business. There's other ways we can do that and be compensated for that. So if there's anyone that's interested in working with me 1 hour a week to try and build up that little passive income, join my team.
It's our absolute goal with what Karen is doing is to replace the cap you have. So you go 100% with us. There are other ways we're talking about now, 200 or 300%. But going 100% means that we replace what it is you pay through agents that you attract to the company, so that in the end, it's a net zero for what you pay to be here on a, you know, to hold your license here, to work here, to be inspired here. And Karen's fantastic because she's got, this is my favorite committee because as the team leader, I'm responsible for a big number. But this is fantastic because the truth is, you guys, it offers us an opportunity to bring people into the business that we really want and to make money. There's a clip, there's a report on your My Connect. Okay. There's a report in there. I opened up how many deals that I've done, or how much money I made. I made $38,000 from profit share in 9 years. That's a great number, you guys. I mean, that's a trip with your family. Hey, I can only take my wife because it's only $4,000. But you guys see what I mean, and I would love for you guys to see this as an opportunity. Because I think one, Karen's got a lot of experience in this, and two, it's going to help you replace what you're paying to do other things. So please take that opportunity. And then
I'm Martha Vale, and I am in the culture committee with EJ. And culture is not just a Latino or non-Latino, it's the culture that we want to bring to the market center. Go ahead, EJ.
DJ Garza, and yes, we are in culture, and basically we're trying to be the liaison too with the MAC, the Multicultural Advisory Committee. So it is the culture in the market center and plus culture in the diversity too. So any ideas that you have, any you want to contribute with us, we are welcome. We're trying to do subcommittees to make this market center the best.
that's fantastic. Culture is the key that makes us different from our competition. It ties us together. The culture is one of that comes from wanting to be a better resource for people, right? And to be a better resource for each other, to share our ideas, to share our accountability, to grow at an awesome rate. So thank you guys for one, thank you honestly for participating in the ALC. Two, because you're all leaders and willing to do the work. I appreciate that. I know that a lot of the agents here appreciate that. Thank you for making a difference, honestly, you guys. All right, so I see a lot of faces here I don't normally see, and I know that it's not for me. So we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna allow. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys can all. Hey, I encourage it. We're gonna pick to Lynn on septic and wells. So that's a fantastic time. Oh, well, you got to start with the water and then with.
So am I gonna be able to just